Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Well, today we are going to talk about why I decided to open a Patreon account, and we are going to see if we can make some muffins with the VOLCANO stove slash oven slash grill using Sternos and of course our oven shield. All right, so we'll be right back. Let me start off really quick with the title of the video. All right, I started a Patreon page, and let me tell you guys why. The reason I did it is because YouTube is starting to get kind of, I don't want to say scary, but for a lack of a better word, scary, as far as who they allow to operate on that platform and who they don't. It seems that the rules that are put forth for creators can be changed at any time by the people, at YouTube, the people that run YouTube. So I understand that this channel is not really a controversial channel. It's not a conspiracy theorist channel. It's family friendly. But if they can change the rules at any time, then it means that maybe not tomorrow, but maybe a year from now, it'll get down to where YouTube doesn't like channels that promote preparedness. I have no idea if that will ever happen. All I know is that the community that we've built is pretty awesome. I don't want it to disappear from one day to another with no explanation and or recourse. All right, there's absolutely nothing that a small channel like this can do to try to get their channel back if they're all of a sudden taken offline by YouTube. So that's why I decided to start a Patreon page. I've only uploaded one video. I'm going to continue uploading videos every day until I've got all of the videos that I've posted on YouTube, if not most of them, up there. I didn't set any kind of amount, all right? You can go in there and set your own amount if you like to join. But the main reason why I put up that Patreon page is just in case, so that I can have experience with managing that page and be able to actually, do things on there like I do on here. It's pretty much going to be the same thing the same content that I have on this channel now, except it's going to be transferred over to Patreon, just in case that in a year or even a year and a half, 2 years, YouTube decides that preparedness videos are not going to be supported by their platform. All right, so that's why I'm doing that, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to start leaving a link to my Patreon page, right, on the description. That way, if anyone wants to go over there and check it out, if you want to support the channel and become a Patreon, that'd be awesome. And you'd already be there in case something like that did happen. Honestly, I really don't know. I was thinking, what is the possibility that YouTube would go that far to where they would start targeting content creators that promote preparedness? I don't know. I really don't. I just don't know. There's a lot of people out there that depend on YouTube to provide them a living through the creation of their content that they upload. And they've been stripped of that just because someone doesn't like what they're saying, even though they don't break any of their terms of services. So that's the reason I did that, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys want to go check it out, that's awesome. Go check it out. I'm hoping that it'll never happen and that we can continue doing what we're doing right here. But I don't have a second YouTube channel, and I probably won't ever have a second YouTube channel. I'm not going to have an Alaska Prepper 1 channel. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to, because if one channel fails because of the policies that YouTube creates on the fly, then it doesn't matter how many channels you have. All right? Eventually, they're all going to fail. All right? So that's where I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it at that. Okay, so now let's go ahead and do a quick update on the VOLCANO stove. So I know a lot of you guys want to see me try the coal and the wood, but I want to try some alternate heating methods that can be used indoors as well. All right, so this is a Sterno. right? Now, a quick story about this. It's kind of funny. About 2 or 3 years ago, I saw on Craigslist some catering boxes for sale. This guy had like 8 boxes of the, you know, the, if you ever go to a catered event where it's got the tinfoil pans and it's got the little sternos in the bottom, and then it's got those platforms that you actually put the pans on, you know, to hold them up so you can put the sterno on the bottoms. This guy was selling like 8 cases, and each case had 4 packs in them, and each pack came with 2 sternos, right? And he was only wanting like $4 a case, because I remember I paid like 32 or 36 bucks or something like that for those cases. And my kids thought I was crazy. I was like, hey, listen, I'm not a caterer, but you know, we can always use tinfoil pans. And you know, for $4 a case, which comes with 4, I believe it's like 4 tinfoil pans in each. That's about what you pay at the supermarket. And on top of that, I'm getting some stands that are free, you know, and I'm getting 2 sternos per, you know, pretty much thrown in there. So for $4, I ended up getting 8 sternos per case, and I think it was like 16 pans for $4, and they thought I was crazy. And then the guy told me, hey, I have some extra sternos for sale if you want. He had an entire case of these, all right, an entire case. I think it was, I want to remember, I've got it here, I still got it stored in my trailer. I think it was like in the 40-something sternos that he had, maybe like 48 or something like that, for $8. So I ended up getting, you know, 50, 60, 70 sternos, all right, and a whole bunch of tin pans for like $40. All right, so that's the story. But I remember my kids saying, Dad, you're crazy. Why in the world are you buying those? Well, then here we are. Now we have some sternos that I paid near nothing for that we can do some experiments with, all right? And by the way, here in Alaska, in the wintertime, I carry these in the truck, okay? In case any of you don't know, if you ever get stranded, now this is what I've been told. I went through like a, when I first got here, I went through like a winter safety class. And they said that if you have a sterno or a candle, that you can light this inside of your vehicle. Now, this is what I was told, ladies and gentlemen. I've never actually had to do it, thank God. They said that you can light this inside of your vehicle, crack 1 or 2 of the windows, you know, like one in the front and one in the back, and that just by lighting this or lighting a couple of small candles, like tea light candles, that it would bring the temperature of the inside of your vehicle up by like 10 degrees. So it's probably a good thing to have also, right? And it also makes a good fire starter. If you can scoop out a little bit of the gel and put somewhere, you can also use that as a fire starter as well. So what we're going to do today is we're going to see what temperature can be reached in the VOLCANO stove when we put the oven shield on, all right? I'm hoping that we can cook some muffins, all right? It's early in the morning. What time is it? It's just after 8 in the morning. I'm hoping that we can cook some muffins and see how it works, all right? So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and open these up. I'm going to take the grate off. You've seen me do that before. Put them in there, and I'll show you me lighting them and putting the shield on it, all right? So we'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, so as you can see, I've got my handy-dandy thermometer here. I got my 2 sternos, and I'm going to go ahead and open them. Let me just go ahead and put this here. I already opened the other sterno last night because I was trying to make sure that it's still burnt. I didn't know if these things had a like a shelf life on them or not, because I had them a few years, but they burn just fine. So I let this one here burn last night for a little bit. So let me go ahead and put these down and take this grate off. Put that right there. Take our shield off. And as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, I went ahead and removed the propane insert. Okay? So I went ahead and removed that from there. So now all we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and light this sterno from out here with my little torch. And boy, I'll tell you what, you can't see a flame with this, but it sure is lit. I'm just going to place them there. Go ahead and light this one too. Let's see. Man, that's incredible. You can't even see a flame, not even from here, but it's definitely lit. Woo, it's hot too. Okay, we're gonna put those in there. And what I'm hoping for, ladies and gentlemen, I'm hoping that we can at least get a temperature of like 400 degrees. And I have no idea if we will. But if we can get at least a 400-degree temperature that is constant, you know, that doesn't fluctuate an awful lot, then that will be great. Now, this will also give me an opportunity to try out our air vent, all right? Because this here closes and opens. It gives air and takes air away. So we're going to see how that works as far as maybe regulating a little bit of the temperature. But let's go ahead and put our oven cover on. All right. And we're going to go ahead and put, let's see, I'm starting up my thermometer right now. So let me go ahead and grab my high-tech camera. I'm going to go ahead and put my thermometer in here. Just going to let it hang there. And here it is right here. All right. And what I'll do, ladies and gentlemen, is I'll come back. I'll let you guys know about how long it took. Actually, wow, it's almost 9 o'clock. I thought it was like just 8. It's almost 9 already. So as you can see here, let me see if I can get you a good light. There you go. It's 8:49. All right, it's 8:49, and today is Friday, the 7th of June. All right, so let's say 8:50 at 100 degrees. All right, so 8:50 at 100 degrees. We'll come back and see what temperature it reaches here after a few minutes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so it is now, let's see if you guys can see this, 9:09. So it's been just shy of 20 minutes since I put that cover on. And as you can see, it's keeping pretty good temperature. It's right around the 325 area, which to me is perfect. And the reason why that's perfect temperature is because when I cook my roast, like when I cook that pork butt, or even when I cook like a regular beef roast, I like to average between 225 and 250. I'm sorry, between 325 and 350 is what I like to average, all right? Because that cooks it pretty slow, depending on how big your roast is, and I think that the flavors blend in better. However, today we're cooking muffins, and I think that package gypped me. I think that package says it's supposed to be like enough for 6 muffins, but as you can see, that's what we got for muffins. So as you can see, the temperature is steadily rising, but not very fast, which is good. So these muffins are supposed to cook for like anywhere between 16 to 20 minutes at 400 degrees. So I'm going to put it in here, and I'm going to leave it in here for 20 minutes without looking at it. When I come back, because I don't think this is going to get up to 400 degrees at all right? When I come back in 20 minutes, I'll check and see where they are. And this is just, as you can see from, you know, the fast forwarding that I did, this is just a cheap little packet of muffins. It was part of my payday prep a few months ago. I think I got those for like 17 cents a piece or something like that, those little packs. So there's nothing special about them. It's just out of the pack. I added a half a cup of almond milk and stirred it and put them in the cupcake liners. Okay, so we're gonna put it in here. Let's go ahead and take out our thermostat. Let's take this off. And as soon as you take that cover off, ladies and gentlemen, you're pretty much starting over as far as temperature goes. Okay, so we're gonna put that in there. See it in there? Let me go ahead and put my camera here so you guys can see. Well, it doesn't look like I'll be able to, so you just have to. Let's go ahead and cover this up. And as you can see, the temperature dropped almost immediately by like 200 degrees. So it's going to start all over now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stay here until this gets back up to about 320 or so. And then I'm going to leave it alone for about 20-30 minutes. Come back and check it and see how it works. Now, is this an ideal way of cooking during a grid down? absolutely, if you have 70 sternos like I do, if you're lucky enough to get on Craigslist one day and find somebody selling, 2 cases of sternos for 20 bucks, snatch it up. For some people, it may not be. You may be better off just using a propane attachment or using coal or using wood, which I will be doing some reviews on those as well, ladies and gentlemen. So just stand by for that. Those will be coming. All right. So I'm going to be back once this has hit 325 for at least 20 minutes. Okay. And then we'll see what it looks like. Look at that. The temperature is still dropping. It's because once you take that cover off, it's starting all over again. Oh, you know why the temperature is still dropping, ladies and gentlemen? Because I forgot to put my thermostat back in. But once you take that cover off, though, it's true. It's all of the heat goes away. All right, so let's put that back in and see how it's looking. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, there we go. That's a little bit better, isn't it? Hey, ladies and gentlemen, when I started this channel, I said I won't be doing, editing. And although I edit a very small amount now, what I mean by editing is like adding captions and stuff like that. But if I screw up, I just leave it on there. You guys can see my screw ups and you can know by that I am not in any way perfect or think I am. All right. So the temperature is coming up pretty quick, but as you can see, once I put it in there, a lot of the temperature is lost. All right. That's the one bad thing about it, but you have to take your pros with your cons and decide whether your cons whether your pros outweigh your cons. All right. So we will be back in a few minutes, ladies and gentlemen. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So as you can see, this here has stabilized at about 375 degrees, 377. All right. And it has been about 40 minutes since I put those muffins in. But remember that they're supposed to cook for around 20 minutes at 400. Okay. And when we put them in, the oven was still reaching temperature. So we're going to go ahead and take our thermometer off of there. And the unveiling. Well, look at that. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I don't know if they're cooked in the middle or not. And I forgot to bring a darn pan holder. But let's see. Oh, you know what we can do, though? We can take one out. Oh, and they look good. They feel good. I'm going to put one right here. Put one right there so that it can cool down a little. And I'm going to go ahead and go grab a pan holder so that I can turn these burners off. Turn off the burners. So alrighty, we're back. So let me go ahead and I'm just going to go ahead and put that back in there. Take this off. And put it on this wood here. So it's still hot over there. I'll put it right there out of the way. And let's go ahead and turn these off. Let me put this here on this wood. And I'm going to grab my knife here. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are going to have one knife, if you can only afford to get one knife, this is the BK2. It is an awesome knife. All right, it's made by K-Bar. So, there we go. And as you can see, look at the rib on that thing, or the spine, whatever you call that. It's about 1/4 inch thick. I actually chopped down about a small tree with this knife that was like 6-7 inches in diameter. Because my chainsaw ran out of fuel and I didn't have any more when I first started out here. This thing is awesome. It takes on an awesome edge, by the way. And as you can see, I've abused it. You see that? It's got a little bit of rust there. I've just abused the heck out of this thing, and it has never failed me. So, and it also comes with a really nice sheath also. However, the sheath, one thing I didn't like about the sheath is that when you get it, if you don't put some tight lock on it, if you ever seen a screw with like a little bit of some blue or red coloring on it that helps the screw stay locked on, the screw will fall off. So the sheath that I had, the screw fell off, and I just decided to just keep this hanging around and not have it on the sheath. I just pick it up whenever I need it and use it. But great knife. And as you can see now, I'm going to use it for this. Well, there we go. Let me go ahead and take it off all the way. Put it here, 'cause that's very, very hot. And it looks like it ended up using about half of it, okay? So we ended up getting about 40 minutes of flame out of those for about half of the contents inside. That there will turn it off. Okay. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at these muffins, all right? Let's take a look at these muffins. So let me go ahead and grab one. Let's see how well it cooked, first of all. All right. Here it is. And I'm interested. It feels all right. I'm just hoping that it cooked well on the inside. If not, it might have needed a few more minutes, but it feels okay. Oh, and it looks really good. You can see it falling apart there. They're good. They're not overcooked or anything like that. As you can see, they're fully cooked. And these taste pretty good. So there you go. That's going to be my breakfast this morning. This muffin and a cup of coffee that I've been working on for the last few minutes. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I think that this is a good way of, for those of you that may be afraid to cook inside with propane, that this is a good way to actually cook inside. And as you can see, it maintained a very good temperature at about 350 degrees. I would say that one of these cans, well, actually the can says it right there. One of them will run for about 2.25 hours or so, which seems about right. So if there's something that you're cooking that needs to cook at about 350 for a couple of hours, then you know that you'll be able to cook it with 2 of these cans, all right? And again, these cans, if you buy them retail, are pretty expensive. So this is only something that I would do, all right, if I had an abundant amount of Sterno fuel, all right, which I do. And who knows, maybe one of you do as well, all right? So if this helps 1 or 2 people, that's great, okay? So the next thing we're going to do with this is, on a different video, I'm going to try coal, all right? I'm going to cook something with coal, and we'll see how it turns out. Maybe I'll try cooking a beef roast with some coal and see how it turns out. Because from the information that I've seen on this, it doesn't take very much coal to be able to cook a beef roast in here for a couple of hours. All right, so that'll probably be our next one. It could change, maybe not, maybe it will. All right, so hey, ladies and gentlemen, I've got some pretty good news. I was able to open up an Amazon storefront, and what excites me about this is that you will be able to click on my Amazon store link, and it will take you to a storefront that belongs to me. And the things that I have in that storefront are all of the things that I own and have or reviewed or recommend. Okay, so anything that you see in that storefront there is because I've actually used it and I recommend it, or I've had it in the past and maybe don't have it anymore, but it was a good item. Like I know there's a couple of flashlights in there that I have that I do believe I did a review of or gave away some of these early in the channel's history. And those are really good flashlights. And there's like 2 different types. And they're very inexpensive too. I think you get 2 flashlights for like $11 or something like that. But they're good flashlights. And I have pretty much a lot of the things on there that I've reviewed and the things that I actually own and use now. All right. So if you see something on there, if you click on that link and you go and take a look at something, be assured that I actually recommend it if you trust me enough to know that I put it on there because it's something that I don't think it's a waste of your money, all right? Some things are pricier than others, but most things are pretty reasonable, okay? Because I really don't go very crazy as far as the everyday things that we're going to need. As you can see, I waited till this thing went on a super sale before I bought it, and I've been wanting it for a long time, all right? And once you go on that link, you can also just stay on that link and do your regular Amazon shopping, and that helps the channel a lot. All right, so thank you very much. I truly do appreciate your guys' support. If you're on Facebook, thank you very much, first of all, for being on Facebook. I think it's turning out very good on that platform for a community to be able to share with each other. All right, there's a lot of sharing going on there. We have one of our community members that showed us her very first payday prep. And she put a picture of it on there, and it's awesome. All right. So if you guys aren't on Facebook and you do have a Facebook account, because I know that some people don't want to be on Facebook, and that's perfectly reasonable and perfectly fine. All right. But if you do have a Facebook account, come on over and request a friend so that I can approve it, and you can start sharing your experiences with the other community members that are already on there. All right. And also with Facebook, ladies and gentlemen, I'm always scanning my affiliate sites to see if I find sales. And if I find a sale and I think it's a pretty decent sale, I'll go ahead and post it on there so that you guys can be informed that there is a sale going on, and I leave the link on there as well. Not only is it a good way of reaching out to the community members that are on Facebook and letting you guys know that there is a sale for those of you that may want to take advantage of it, but it's also another great way for you guys to support the channel. And I know that a lot of people have already used some of the links that I put on there, and I truly do appreciate it. Your support, ladies and gentlemen, is truly appreciated. Last thing, last night I was actually able to call into the Marfugal live stream. I was just on there on the live stream, checking it out, chit-chatting back and forth with some of our community members that are also there. And I was asked to call in. And I was actually able to call in and speak to Adam for a few minutes. And ladies and gentlemen, it was great. If you guys haven't seen that episode, I'll go ahead and leave a link to it so you guys can go see it. Actually, I'll leave a card right up there somewhere. You see it. For those of you, whenever I say that I leave a card up here somewhere, in order for you to see it, you have to actually take your mouse and scroll it on top of the screen, and the card will appear and you'll be able to click on it. All right. Some people couldn't find it before, but you have to actually take your mouse, not click on the screen, but scroll it on the screen, and you'll see the card appear up there. All right. Go check it out. If you're not subscribed to Marfugal, go ahead and subscribe, because let me tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, that is a great community. It's not a community like this one. All right. I mainly concentrate on preparedness and on thinking critically whenever I find an article that I think I might, that I think I should put out there for you guys to listen to if you want to. But it is a great community. A lot of good things go on in that channel. All right. Now, if you want a high-tech channel, go check out Marfugal, because he definitely has a high-tech channel. It's pretty awesome, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, I do appreciate you sticking with this low-tech channel, though, all right? Because Alaska Prepper does love you guys, all right? So having said that, ladies and gentlemen, again, remember that if you want to go over and check out the Patreon, just to check it out, go ahead and check it out. If you want to go ahead and be part of Patreon, by all means, choose whatever it is that you may want to decide to donate on a monthly basis. I am going to start uploading more and more videos of my past videos, and I'm going to start putting up the new videos as well that I put on there. That way there's content on there for people to share in that platform as well. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, let me not carry this on for another hour, because you all know that I can. All right. So having said that, thank you very much for joining in. Thank you very much to all of our new subscribers that came in last night from the Marfugal Love Squad. All right. Thank you very much, guys. I truly am appreciative of you coming over and you taking a leap of faith in joining our community. I do hope that you get the content and the quality of content that you expect. Remember, I'm not high tech, but the content that I provide does come from a good heart, all right? And I truly do these videos because I want to help you guys out. Let me go ahead and say something really quick. Our next giveaway is probably going to be in about 2 weeks. So not next Sunday, but probably the Sunday after that. I'll start announcing that about a week before the actual giveaway during our live chat premieres, all right, so that you guys can be informed. I'll also put it up on Facebook, all right? So if you guys want to participate on that, I'll let you know right now. The only way to participate in a giveaway is if you are participating during the live chat premiere, okay? And you guys know I love to do giveaways, all right? So not sure exactly what we're going to give away yet, but I know it's going to be good, all right? I'll pick something that's really nice that you guys can use towards your preparedness endeavors. Having said that, remember to be good to each other, because when good people do good things do happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. When we do this, you know that the world will be a better place, and you know that it will be a better place. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't it a beautiful day? Very, very nice. Many blessings to all of you and your families. This is Alaska Prepper, and I'm out.